Hey, beautiful people. Happy Sunday. You are listening to the Get Right Radio Show with the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devante.
And it is me, the one knocking over foam coverings and
Oh, wow.
jiggling around, Kelvin Unique.
Oh,
Why
wow.
is my mic so low?
I don't know. Raise it. Turn it up.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountain.
I'm guessing that's gospel.
No, that's no, I can't think of the white man's name.
Bobby Caldwell.
No, it's not Bobby Caldwell.
That was my
He
first
was
go-to.
He was a younger operator singer. He came in like 2000s. Like we were like in high school, middle school. He became popular.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's white. It's young.
Oh, okay.
It's like got to be at least like 37.
Oh, okay. Never heard it.
I'm gonna Google it as soon as I finish raising up my microphone. I'm gonna fake. How are you?
I'm
you look cute. You
good.
look hot. You naked.
Thank you. Look, no clothes on. It's really hot. It's really hot.
It's really hot.
Like Missy wasn't lying. I was walking down the street. I was like, child, there's no way. I'm basically outside in a gray panty and I'm still sweating. There is no way.
Yeah,
and no
your
reason.
butt cheeks kind of out.
Are they?
Josh Groban. You don't know Josh Groban?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I actually don't listen to opera. Yeah.
This is like one of the most popular songs of like 2000 and when did the song come out? Like 2000 and something.
Maybe if the full song played, I would recognize it, but like,
no. 2003, like one of the most popular songs, 2003.
Interesting.
You were in middle school,
so he was competing with Crazy in Love.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
him and Beyonce back to back.
Period. The top two.
Yeah, the top two.
Like, who else are we talking about?
I mean, like who?
What else was going on?
2003, Josh Groban, Beyonce.
Right. Like
they ran that year.
Was there any other conversation?
I don't really think there was.
I don't think there was.
I think
there was no need.
He was running the opera girls and she was running the girls.
Right. It all makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
The more you know.
There'll be a documentary about it.
Absolutely.
The Josh Groban effect.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Running the 2003s.
Mm-hmm. All day.
So I am good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. I know we were talking about Long Beach Pride before we got on the air, and if we were actually going to go, I thought since you were naked, I thought you were going to Long Beach Pride, but then you said that you are Pride out, and I had to remind you that I'm not gay no more. That's why I'm not going.
Right. So I won't see you in your story at Long Beach Pride in a few hours. Is what you're saying?
I'm not dressed for Long Beach Pride. I don't have on a Long Beach Pride outfit.
That doesn't mean you won't go home and change. And also, I'm still waiting for my crop top moment that you said you were gonna give.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, when?
I can't tell you. It has to be a surprise.
Okay.
I have to walk in like belly button, nipple out, and you be like, "Oh my god!"
Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm a gag.
Yeah.
You know I'm waiting.
I know.
All right.
It's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm a huge advocate for Long Beach Pride. I actually think it's probably the best out of the prides outside of Black Pride. I think that Long Beach Pride has this energy to it. It's kind of kind of urban. And I find that it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of LA and WeHo Pride. I think it's just about celebrating gayness. Like, I think the celebrity artists, Long Beach Pride has had celebrity artists too, but I don't think that that's the focal point. But I think that the goal is just to get lit and enjoy. So I love it. And I also feel like there's more space. Like in not Long Beach, and WeHo, we're navigating that strip. What street is that? Santa Monica. Not even really. It's like one part. I think it's like Robertson.
Oh, you're talking about like right there in front of Robertson, like Robertson, Santa Monica and Robertson, and probably like If They Love Us that year. La Cienega,
right?
If They Love Us,
right? So I'm like, you can't pack all those people into that tight ass spot. So Long Beach, you have room to roam, and I love that. And then there's like this huge. So there's the Pride March, unless they changed it. There's a Pride March, and then there's like this after party celebration, which is really fun. And it's like in this huge field, and everyone's just outside getting their lives. There's dance competitions. I twerked and had an asthma attack the first year I went. I ate that first part of that twerk competition. I would have won if I didn't have the asthma attack. Lucky hoes. And yeah, so I say all that to say I'm an advocate.
Okay. Well, if you see me later with a different outfit on, mind your fucking business.
Just a jock strap.
Yeah.
And a bustier. Wow.
Ready. And a whip.
Wow. Yeah. I think you're confusing this with that event that happened, like, what is it, Folsom?
This is not the same event?
Not the one that's in San Francisco. Not the whipping event. No. I think this is kid friendly.
Did I miss that one?
Maybe.
Would you bring your kids to Pride?
Yes, I'm game. I feel like it's necessary. Am I bringing them to the San Francisco? I don't know the correct name. That's why I keep saying the San Francisco. Folsom? No, because that is very adult friendly.
Yeah, I think maybe probably during the day, but at night, nah, they gotta go home.
Yes.
I always think it's weird when I see kids out in WeHo.
Do you?
I do.
But people also live in WeHo.
I know, but like not on the strip.
Close by.
Yeah, but why you gotta walk the strip? I understand the library is right there. There is a library.
And also the lighting. Like, WeHo streets are dark. If you're not on that main strip, have you ever walked the side streets?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have.
Mm-hmm. Back alley of Mickey's.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. Few hand drops. Had to pay a phone bill.
Mouse.
Yeah. I make no apologies about what I've done.
No. Yeah. I didn't have to pay no phone bill. I just
wanted to slurp someone up in the back of the That's why the phone came off the mic. That's why the phone came off the mic. It knew. It absolutely knew. But yeah, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with having your kids at Pride. I think that, you know, you just got to be mindful of the environments that you're bringing them into. Yeah. But I think that exposure is necessary. If more people were willing to do that basic act of, I don't know, human existence, I feel like less conversations would need to be had. Or I think it would allow for parents to properly structure conversations as opposed to children just stumbling upon it maybe at school or in conversation with friends. Like, bring them to WeHo. They see two guys kissing. They see two girls kissing. If they have questions, you can answer it how you want to answer it and go from there.
Yeah.
Like, why make it complicated?
They already know what it is.
To a degree. And if you really want to be in charge of your child's learning, facilitate the process.
Yeah.
Like, that's lazy teaching. But I'm not even in the mood to get on a soapbox. I'm hot. So yeah, actually, so I am fasting.
I heard that little rumor. So you're fasting.
Mm-hmm.
What are you fasting from?
This is gonna be urban and ghetto. Alcohol and Popeyes.
What a combination. Alcohol and Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
May I ask, why'd you choose those two things?
They are not almost two of my biggest vices at the moment. Like, I think there was a time where I was leaning on alcohol for not necessarily entertainment, but like on my leisure time, I would drink, even if it's just like wine or something like that. Like, sometimes I just don't want to feel things. So like, I will remove myself from that by alcohol or maybe like weed or something like that. But with all the social functions that have happened so far, I have been really feeling the effects of alcohol. And one day, it was the 4th of July, actually, and I woke up, I couldn't sleep properly because I was so lit. You ever had those times where you're just like, I'm too lit to sleep?
Too lit to sleep.
Like, you sleep for a bit because you pass out, then you wake up and you're like, I don't feel good. I can't go back to sleep. I got tired of feeling that. And I was just like, okay, look, from the 5th to the 5th of August, you will not drink. And then Popeyes is probably like my most visited fast food restaurant. Like,
Popeyes is?
I could be a brand ambassador for Popeyes. So I was just like, you know, how would I feel? Okay, so basically I'm trying to manifest something big for myself through giving this up for the month.
Okay.
My biological mom is a huge advocate of fasting. And I was just like, I feel like my spirit, I haven't felt like I've had a lot of control over my life. I feel like I've kind of just been letting myself go with the wind, but not in the right sense. Kind of just
so you feel like you're just going.
Yeah, like there was no structure. Everything just like landed where it landed. And I'm like, if I can successfully complete this fast, I feel like it would give me that feeling of control and stability that I've been lacking. So me without alcohol for a month, like so far, what is this day? It's the 10th. This is day 5 since I started this fast. No alcohol. I feel fine. I feel healthier. I have energy. I went to a club one night, woke up the next morning. I was like, why do I feel fine? I ain't drink.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to take that fast with you.
Really?
I'm going to do no alcohol nor Popeyes. Well, I don't eat Popeyes.
I'm about to
so I have to choose another thing?
Yes. And how long are you doing this fast?
Well, how long are you doing it?
I'm doing it for a month, July 5th to August 5th.
Okay, I can do no alcohol till August 5th.
Okay,
I can do that.
So we're gonna do weekly check-ins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I gotta figure out the other thing I'll give up.
Yeah. And also like establishing an intention.
Yeah.
Like I'm not just doing this for my health. Like it's a part of it, but like I'm manifesting something bigger for myself that I really want. And I feel like if I could show God that I can do without those vices, then he'll give it to me. I am a believer. That's how I got into grad school. Back when I was in college drinking soda. So I stopped. I don't remember how long I did it for, but it was hard. And I got into grad school. So hey. Okay. Let me know when you find out what the second thing is. It's going to be buffalo cauliflower. Not the gas.
I really love French fries. Maybe if I give up French fries, because you know I love
Do you like tater tots too?
I do like tater tots.
Okay, I thought it was you.
I'm a potato guy.
Yeah.
I love a potato.
Yeah. I've seen some of the people you've dated. I'm just playing.
You know, no, I'm not going to get into that. But I've been really interesting. I don't know if it's just the weather or the summer, but a lot of the people I've talked to formally in the past have slowly started to come back into my life. And it's really interesting. It's not in a bad way. It's good conversations. It's good to have them around and talk to them. But it's like 3 or 4 of my exes have like talked to me this week.
What do you think it's about?
I don't know.
Are you happy? Are you releasing a pheromone?
I'm always releasing a pheromone. Maybe it's the summer pheromone that I'm releasing.
Maybe. I don't know. It's always interesting to like try and guess people's thought process when they try and spin the block. Someone spun the block on me yesterday, but they ghosted me for a bit. And I was on them, not trying to date, I was trying to fuck. And I would like hit them up randomly. I wasn't getting responses. And then they hit me up verbatim. And I'm being very explicit. Verbatim, they hit me up yesterday while I was at work. They were like, hey. And I'm like, hey. And they were like, how are you? I was thinking I could maybe come by and try and play with the pussy later.
Wait, in the second text?
Yes. After ghosting me for months.
Wow.
I was like, I'm well. Why the sudden interest? Gay or scary times?
It's scary times.
It's scary times.
I think the audience wants to know.
I was like, I'm well. And why the sudden interest? I've been hitting you up and you ghosted me. And now your first thing is to say, how are you? Was trying to maybe play with the pussy later.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. And I was proud of myself. Because some days, you know, you like to have something in your back pocket because you never know when it's going to be a dry spell. I was like, no, I'm going to be all right. J-Lo voice.
Good.
Yeah. So I think that's a part of the fast too. Like really realizing what matters and what does not. Yeah. And like niggas do not matter.
Yeah.
They do not. They're fun. Like keep a stash for yourself and your pleasures. But like, child, focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Focus on yourself.
Yeah.
But back to you. So you're releasing a summer pheromone.
I think I'm releasing a summer pheromone. I am not mad at it. There have been a few new suitors.
Okay. Love that.
Yeah. But also I don't know if I'm willing to talk to people, but I don't know if I'm in that space that I'm right now. Like tomorrow I'll be my boyfriend, like I was before. I do think that I do want to talk to people. I do want intimacy. I do want the other stuff. But I don't think I'm ready to just be like, what's up? Unless they like show me. Unless they come up and be like, what's good, Kelvin? And they check off all the boxes. Then I think I would. But right now, I think I just let's chill. Let's converse. Let's enjoy each other's company.
Because what's the point of rushing?
I don't know. What did Jaden say? Let's wait a while before it's too late.
Hey. Shout out to her. Did you see her Essence performance?
I did.
Oh my God. Shout outs to everyone involved because even the musical arrangements, the songs that were infused into that mix,
Janet is the blueprint.
I mean, you know, like outside of 2003, because it was just Beyonce and
Josh Groban.
Right. Except for it wasn't a good year for anyone else.
No one else.
But other than that,
from 1980, whatever, to 2002, and in 2004 until now, Janet is the blueprint.
That's it. I love that we skipped
skip 2003 because that was Beyonce and Josh Groban.
That's it. What are we talking about? Okay. So yeah. There's just no need to rush. But what do you feel like well, actually, I'll just bypass that because that comes up later on.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna be
fun. I'm nervous.
We're trying something new today for I think it's the topic, and I'm very excited about it.
Okay, we're trying new things. 251, bringing new things out.
I had a shroom trip yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I was able to really sit and like gain new perspective.
I really would like to try a mushroom.
You want to do it?
I'm afraid.
You want to do it together? I'll do it with you. I'll coach you through it.
You gonna coach me through it?
Mm-hmm.
I like how you talk to me. You gonna do it together? Coach me through
it.
Tell me what to do, baby.
I got you. We'll talk about that off, but I got you.
I'm scared. Oh my God, they're gonna try to kill me.
You know who I did it with?
Who?
Juan.
My friend?
Yeah. It was great. Like, Juan is so dope.
Juan's supposed to train me.
Oh, you should get with Juan.
He's my personal trainer.
You should get with him.
I know. I talked to him. I did respond to the text.
Yeah. I think
you know people have like a summer goal. I have a homecoming goal. Like I'm not going to homecoming. Be like, damn, Kelvin, because it's 10 years.
Oh, since you graduated?
Don't say that so loud.
What? I'm trying to get clarity.
Please don't say that so loud.
Okay.
Since you graduated. Since I was on the Royal Court, which was my senior year.
Is that what they call
senior year? This happened to be the year I graduated.
It's called Royal Court?
No, the Royal Court is when I ran for Mr. Kentucky State University. And that's where I met Bianca, and we sat in things. We were royalty at all the games and all this stuff like that. I'll show you some pictures.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's been 10 years since then.
Shout out to her. Her birthday was yesterday.
Yeah, shout out to Bianca. Shout out to Bianca. One of my best friends in the whole wide world. I love her so much. She looked gorgeous on her birthday. So shout out to you, Bianca. You know I love you a million times over.
Shout out to Juan too, since I brought you up. Yeah, Juan is a friend of the show. So is Bianca. They both been on the show before. Love that.
No, but homecoming, 10 years. I've been gone for 2 years. So I have to look like
money, honey,
wealth, body, yada yada,
legs,
yada yada,
hips, body,
candy.
Get them, girl. I feel that. I think you should do it. And Juana's the perfect trainer. He does this shit.
Yeah, and I have till October. So look at me now. We're gonna do a 90-day fitness. You look at me now.
All right, and walk. Legs and hips and body. You better buck, bitch. You better buck.
Look at me now, and then we'll come back in October and see what we're giving.
Yes, I fully support that. That would be great.
We'll see what's going on in October.
So yeah, I did that trip with him yesterday. It was dope. We watched this documentary on Netflix. I think it's called like What's Your Psychedelics, and it was just cool. Like it was just great conversation. It was a cool documentary. It just kind of lets you know like some of the drugs that you take into your body, what to stray from, what isn't harmful. Shrooms is not harmful. I think like the biggest thing is intention and really setting the environment. So like understanding the type of mood you want to be in. Obviously, you don't want to think about some sad shit. You don't want to listen to like sad music. You want to put yourself in a space of bliss so that way you can get what you're trying to get from it. And for me, what I got is what really matters and what doesn't. Men were a big part of like what did not matter. Public opinion did not matter. Like just what do I want? How do I want to feel? How do I want to exist? I highly recommend it. So if you want to do it, we could do it together.
Okay.
This isn't my first trip at the rodeo, but
now you're an expert.
I mean, I've done it a few times.
Wow. You're so cool.
So I've been told.
I want to try that, and I also want to bungee jump.
Bungee jump?
I know that's not the same thing, but I want to bungee jump.
I'm thinking, well, I know it's not skydiving, but I'm like bungee jumping. Is that when you're sitting in the diaper and you're like jumping?
Yeah, you jump off a cliff.
Oh, that. Got it. Oh, no. I'd rather skydive. Yeah,
I don't want to skydive.
It's the rocks.
Yeah, it's the rocks.
I don't like that.
I like that. I want to feel like I'm about at any moment.
Can you stop?
Just
no.
You know,
Calvin.
Hillary, will you marry? You remember the episode?
No.
The Fresh Prince?
Oh, yes, I do remember that. And the guy died. Yep. Damn, Trevor. Yeah. Damn, Trevor. I mean, hey, if you want to do it, divine protection.
Divine protection. He's got me.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking over me.
I love that. What else has been going on? You've been releasing pheromones. You were about to get into your Kanye's new workout plan.
Hats are getting developed. Going to take those down to get those printed up so we can have a release coming soon. I'm excited about the ideas that I have in my head to see them. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. The people are waiting. We want it.
I know. It's really awkward.
Do you get asked about that often?
I get asked about that once a week.
That's good, though, because if they're not asking, there's no demand.
I know, but then I'm like, when I release them, are y'all going to buy them?
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope so. I'm nervous.
Well,
it's like I'm a nervous wreck. Like, I'll put my, like, what I think is dope, what I would wear. I think they're cool. But then, like, to see someone else and it was like, wait, you think they're cool too?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's different.
But you have great fashion, son.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Even though today I look like a dad. These are actually pants, but they're unzippable. So they turn into shorts. I thought that was so cool.
Oh,
I never
got
unzipped
it.
them.
So they're like cargo pants.
Yeah, I never unzipped them till today. And I was like, let's try it.
We love multi-purpose clothes.
We do. We love a good snatch ago. If I was Beyonce. I realized how difficult it is to do a costume change because I was zipping. And I was like, damn, this is not like, I need Velcro.
Velcro.
Yeah.
That would make everything easier.
Yeah, because the zip's not.
Yeah, I think especially if you wanted to compete in 2003, you needed to be able to change your wardrobe quickly.
Because people think about Beyonce changing fast in 2003.
Right.
But Josh Groban's quick changes.
I mean, like,
top tier.
Because what are we talking about?
What I mean, like, when I say Phantom of the Opera into Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in one flip. This is whoa. It's crazy.
An icon.
An iconic Josh Groban, Beyonce. They need to do a single together called We Ran 2003.
Absolutely.
Who ran 03? Us. That's exactly how it will go. And we're going to go and be back right after this break. But when we come back, what we got, Eric?
It's time for Bitch. You better read.
We'll be back. That's exactly how it will go. And we're going to go and be back right after this break. But when we come back, what we got, Eric?
It's time for Bitch. You better read.
We'll be back.
I'm going to be listening to.
Hey, Jackie, what's wrong?
I'm over here running around trying to tell everybody about the Podcast Pit.
What's the Podcast Pit?
I'm glad you asked. The Podcast Pit is an event where you will find some of your favorite podcasts performing in front of a live audience.
Will there be food and drinks there?
Of course there will be. It's at Joxer Dailies in Culver City. They have a full bar and a full menu.
Hey, I may need to tell people about this as well.
Yes, come with me. Let's tell them.
The Podcast Pit is coming. The Podcast Pit is coming. Hey, Jackie, what's wrong?
I'm over here running around trying to tell everybody about the Podcast Pit.
What's the Podcast Pit?
I'm glad you asked. The Podcast Pit is an event where you will find some of your favorite podcasts performing in front of a live audience.
Will there be food and drinks there?
Of course there will be. It's at Joxer Dailies in Culver City. They have a full bar and a full menu.
Hey, I may need to tell people about this as well.
Yes, come with me. Let's tell them. The Podcast Pit is coming. The Podcast Pit is coming.
What's up, friends? It's IE and Friends. We're here at the Podcast Pit LA. It was so fun. We came to rep the IE. I think we did a pretty good job. So shout out to the Podcast Pit for having us. Shout out to TGN. You guys should definitely check them out. You should check me out, Saul V. Gomez.
Y'all can find me at I Know Caesar on IG. You can find me at airbear_IE on IG.
And you guys can find the podcast at IE and Friends on every social media network except for OnlyFans. That's coming soon. So stay tuned. So follow us and follow TGN Podcast Pit. Have a good day, guys.
Hey, Shariq LeMay.
Hey, what up, Jay Pinkay?
You already know what it is. You pulling up with me on Thursdays?
Oh, you already know Thursdays is lit.
What we doing?
We live on Limelight Live on TGN Talk.
You already know 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern for our East Coast folks. And hey, Calvin, why don't you join us sometimes?
Oh, gee, if you think I'm ready.
All right, Calvin.
What a clown. I can't.
We'll see you then.
Hey besties, it's Chanel from Brunch with Besties podcast. Join me and my bestie, Sherry Renee, each and every Monday on TGN Talk at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where healing meets purpose.
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you The Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
Hey, Peyton, you know what I've been craving lately? Some ice cream.
Now we have to go to Slush and Roll. They have the best handmade ice cream rolls. You can add any toppings you like. Sprinkles, crushed Oreos, and my favorite, marshmallows. And you can top it off with whipped cream or delicious chocolate drizzle.
I just looked them up, and you can find them at 12742 Crenshaw Boulevard.
Child, and we are back. Release the train.
Release the train.
Release the train. Making us late from commercial break. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. It is time for Bitch. You better read.
What's my favorite word?
What's my favorite word?
Number one. Emmett Till protesters storm a senior living facility in search of Carolyn Bryant Donham. Child,
let's go.
We are fed up.
Let's go.
We are gonna scalp her old ass.
Let's go.
Fuck nigga freak.
Okay.
Dozens of activists gathered in Raleigh, North Carolina on Wednesday to demand a 67-year-old arrest warrant be served to Carolyn Bryant Donham. The protesters had gotten word on where Carolyn now resides in Raleigh, and dozens of demonstrators marched to the facility for the elderly, as well as other locations, to demand that the 88-year-old woman be held accountable for her role in Emmett's death. Carolyn accused 14-year-old Emmett Till of whistling at her at a store in Money, Mississippi back in 1955. The accusation led to the horrific death of Emmett Till, where he was kidnapped from his bed, tortured, shot, and dumped into the Tallahatchie, dumped into the Tallahatchie River. Carolyn's husband at the time, Roy Bryant, and his half-brother, J.W. Millam, were arrested and later acquitted in the case. An unserved arrest warrant for Carolyn Donham was found in the basement of a Mississippi courthouse last month, reigniting the Tills family's call for justice. According to AP News, the arrest warrant against Carolyn was publicized at the time, but the LaFleur County Sheriff told reporters he did not want to bother the woman since she had 2 young children to care for. Fuck y'all. You cannot ignore this. This is the reason why the warrant needs to be served, and it will help create change, said Emmett's cousin Priscilla Sterling. If this is what's needed to do for us to change our mindset, our behaviors, and attitudes in the society, then this will do it. This will do it. Execute the warrant. How do you feel about this?
Lock her up.
Mm-hmm.
Lock her up.
Right.
Lock her. Where's the Trump supporters? Chant this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how old she is.
I mean, shit.
I don't care how old she is.
We threw Bill's ass in there.
We definitely did.
So why can't? And we knew what she did.
And we know what she did. She is guilty of lying.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's punishable by law.
That's a huge crime. If you lie about, that rape, you can't be
murder.
You can't, especially if it leads to someone else's murder. Like, you definitely have to be held accountable at this point. And it's like, before they lock her ass up, I would love for her to do a sit down with a black interviewer.
Yeah. Charlamagne the God.
Yes.
Have her sit down with Charlamagne the God.
Yes. And then I want to really get into her mind. Like, how do you feel now? What were your
Don Lemon? A little more respectable.
Yes, actually.
Yeah,
I mean, I think Charlamagne is great, but I think Don would fit the scene more.
Yeah.
So yes, but I want them to sit down with her and be like, so why did you do that back then? How are you feeling now? When you saw his mutilated body, what did you think? Like, has this been haunting you? Like, I want to know all of this, but I want to make sure she's locked up first. Like, don't give me no compassion speech. Like, you're still going to jail, but I just want to get inside your mind. But yeah,
I think that it's sad and disheartening to know that they were going to issue that arrest warrant, but never did because she had quote unquote kids. You just not think about Emmett Till's mother who just lost her child.
Right.
She can't hold her children, so why should she be able to hold hers?
Right.
You lied. You made this whole thing up. And then for the guys to get off on it too, this makes no sense to me. Well, it makes sense because the time and the era that was in.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. We were talking very candidly yesterday at brunch about why Black people are behind in the policy process and the things of that nature. And it got a little heated when I said It's because we don't know how to mobilize.
Yeah, I agree.
And they were some questions were raised, like, what do you mean? Like, we march, we do all this stuff. You sound crazy, Kelvin. But I had to further explain myself. Like, we will mobilize when it's time for a rally, when it's time for a riot, when it's time to be out and loud in the streets.
Right.
But when it's time to make policy change, when it's time to do the hard stuff,
right,
we don't show up.
Right.
And I think that's why the Stop Asian Hate bill went so fast. And I think that's why a lot of these other organizations get bills and stuff passed so fast, because they know how to organize and create policy and stuff. I'm not saying that we don't have the skill or the tactic to do it. I think that we don't have the follow through to do it all the time. I think that what we do is we are loud about it, which I think is great, because we need to raise awareness. But after awareness is raised, where's the follow-up action?
Right.
Just like with the Montgomery boycott, the bus boycott, 250 days.
Yeah.
They walked.
You gotta want it.
That's almost a year.
Yeah.
I don't think we could do that today.
That's the thing. And I'm just like, what do you think it is? Like, do you think it's because it's easier to say I've done my part in different ways as opposed to back then? Like, now you can like put a black square on your screen, you can do the social media advocacy, and therefore, you know, you've done your part, as opposed to in the 50s, it's like you don't have those mediums. So how do you show that you're supporting?
Yeah,
I think you have to be in the street.
I think that it's both of them. Yes, I think that social media activism is just important as industry activism, because you're going to reach your audience. You're letting your voice be heard, and I'm not against letting your voice be heard. Please continue to repost videos, because that's how we're actually getting people locked up. People are seeing these riot videos, or people seeing the cops shoot a man, and now they being the justice, because if it was not caught on film, it was not shared, it probably would never happened, you know. But after we share that post, we also have to talk to our congressmen, our councilmen, the people who we are voting for, which I hope we are voting for, to get them to actually put in place laws that protect us.
Yeah,
that's what we have to do. Like, that's what I mean. Like, we don't have the mobilization behind the action. We will be out and loud and boisterous in the streets. We'll post something, we'll say something, but when it comes to actually policy change, we don't really understand how that process works. Like, we are depending on Biden. Thank God Biden did the executive law to protect contraceptives and stuff like that, the things that he could protect, now that the Supreme Court is actually going crazy, you know. But we can't depend on him to make sure we get our reparations. We can't depend on him to do all these other things that the states and the local governments are supposed to do.
Keep it a bean. Do you think we'll ever get reparations?
No,
I don't either.
And my question I always ask is, how do we know who gets it? Who gets reparations? Because now we are really a mixed race, especially Black people. We are not. I sound so like Dr. Umar right now. I don't get so much backlash.
I'm putting the kufi on your head.
The kufi in my head right now. But like, how do you determine what Blackness is? And that's a dangerous thing that I don't want us to get into.
Right, because then it becomes this divisive battle of how Black are you and what's Black enough.
Stuff. Yeah.
Paper bag testing, percentages, like it's giving Ancestry.com.
Yeah, like, how do you know? Like, is it just if you're what are the reparations? Like, who gets them? Are they the people who were living in the slave times, or the people that lived in Civil War? Is it us as millennials? And how do we know what those reparations are for? How do we get them? Because like when we did the other reparations for the Asian community, it was those that were displaced during the wartime. So I think they had a little bit more access to those people who were directly affected. So they was like, okay, here we go. How do we now say, like, 200 years ago, slavery, which I listen, if you want to give me a check for being Black and the struggle that I'm living in today, and my answer, I'm all here for it. Give me that. Let me give me that. Let me get that disclaimer right now. Give it to me. I'm here for it. Give it. If you want to give it, give it. But I just don't know how they were going to give it. So that's why I don't know if we'll ever get them, because I don't know what would be the.
I just don't think we'll ever get them because this country doesn't care.
Yeah.
That's my thought. I agree. I think your thought process is deeper. But for me personally, I'm just like, I just don't see it. Like, this country has showed us time and time again, they really don't care about Black people unless it's like in a pop culture space. So, you know, I'm not holding my breath, but we'll see. If not us, hopefully our children's children. Number two. A new video reveals that a New York City bodega clerk tried to avoid confrontation before fatal stabbing. A new video clip shows the moment when a bodega clerk, Jose Alba, tried to avoid confrontation with Austin Simon before fatally stabbing him during a physical altercation. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
Jose Alba, who is 51, tells Simon, who is 35, "Papa, I don't want no problem." Moments right before their fight, Simon walks behind the store counter. As previously reported, Simon entered the Blue Moon store on July 1st in Hamilton Heights after his girlfriend tried to buy a bag of chips for her daughter, but the electronics benefits card was declined. The woman claims Alba snatched the bag of chips from the girl. She asked him, "Did you put the food?"
Did you put?
Oh, okay. So like, you know how EBT is either cash or food?
Oh, okay.
So
okay,
that's
okay,
what she's
okay.
saying. It's the way it was phrased. I was like, what?
Okay.
So she asked him, "Did you put the food?" Alba says in response, "Okay, mama, let me do it another time. My God." She continues to tell him that there's money on the card. According to the New York Post, edited footage cuts off to Alba dealing with other customers, and the woman starts screaming, "You can't touch my daughter. Don't snatch that out of my daughter's fucking hand, you piece of shit. I'm gonna bring my nigga down here and he's gonna fuck you up. My nigga's gonna come down here right now and fuck you up." Alba tells her, "That's not my fault. It's not walking." What's happening? Hold on. Alba tells her, "That's not my fault. It's not working." Simon walks into the store moments later and asks him what happened. Previous footage shows Simon knocking the bodega clerk into a chair, and the men start fighting. Simon was stabbed multiple times during the altercation.
Oh my gosh.
Alba was also stabbed during the fight and arrested by NYPD on murder charges. However, he was later released from Rikers Island on Thursday after prosecutors agreed to lower his $250,000 bond. Blue Moon owner Osama A, we're just going to call him Osama A, said Alba did not want to risk going back to work, and he is also afraid of retaliation by Simon's friends. Austin Simon's ex-wife and other relatives spoke out about the incident. Simon's ex-wife, Tiana, said her ex-spouse is not the person that the public is trying to make him out to be, and said that they are judging him based on a surveillance video clip. He also loved his 9 children and cared for them, relatives said. I gagged when I just read that. Personally, I don't feel like it was self-defense. He stabbed him multiple times. That was overkill. Self-defense for a push? You got pushed. You're sitting there going back and forth with words. He was just trying to make him apologize to the little girl. Honestly, he was a great person. When he loves people, he loves hard. Yeah, that's why he got 9 kids. Simon's cousin said his girlfriend is the one to blame for his death, as she got him involved in an altercation. Whoa.
It seems like they never really liked her.
I mean, look.
They never really liked her.
It's giving the family is feuding. It's giving Asian to Brad. What happened to my cousin and Alba started with her. After not being able to pay for whatever with her card, she went and got my cousin involved. He had a past. Everyone has a past. That does not mean he deserved to die like that. He was wrong for going behind the counter. Alba was wrong for treating the girl disrespectfully. You know, to be honest, this whole situation is avoidable or was avoidable. And I do feel bad for the clerk because, you know, especially me coming from New York, I know what bodega clerks go through. Like, I know what it gives. Either like the people is fucking with you or they're not fucking with you and they're disrespecting you like crazy. So, you know, I can already like set the scene in my head. And it's like, once you go behind the counter, at that point, all hands is off the table because I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know you, and I'm at this store. You can have anything in your pocket. So I have to protect myself. Like, stores get stuck up all the time.
Yeah.
People rob registers, they just rob.
Yeah.
So like, he doesn't know what you're gonna do. And for you to go behind the counter is like, all right, well, guess I gotta kill you.
Yeah.
And you know, it sucks that it ended like this, especially for something as minuscule as a bag of chips on an EBT card. But like, it's a sad situation all around, honestly.
It is a very sad situation. Let me, because someone's asking me a question, because I really want to get into this. Okay, so this is my thing on it. We don't know how threatened that man felt. That man was sitting down. He's an older man.
Mm-hmm.
The black man came back there in his face and yelled multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Then he pushed him while he was standing over him. The man felt threatened.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel threatened too.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know. Did we hear audio? Because I didn't hear audio. So I don't know if the man said, "I will kill you, I'll fuck you up," or what he said to the man. I'm not justifying a black man being killed, but I'm also saying, why do you have to get behind there? Me and Chris, we have these conversations all the time. Like, how far is too far on the other end?
Mm-hmm.
Like we always scream outrage and stuff like that, but what was provoked to do the other thing?
Like going behind the counter?
Yeah. Yeah.
A fit of aggressive rage.
Because if he never went behind the counter, he would never got stabbed.
True.
If she just would have been like, if he was like, they literally like, well, I'm not going to purchase anything at this establishment because y'all treated me wrong. Instead of going off and trying to like still pay for it and then yell at him.
Right.
Like, this is your corner store. This is where you shop at. If anything, you should have a discussion. Like, bro, like, we're here all the time. The car's not working. I apologize about that. How much is it? Let me see what I can do. I'm not going to go behind the counter and berate the man.
For $1 or $2 bag of chips? Like, what are we even talking about?
She could put them in her pocket and walked out.
I mean, child, just run. Just run. Like,
Smashing gun.
Was it worth it? Give it to the girl. She got more energy. I don't know.
Like, I don't.
Stupid.
So, but they have some family issues they need to work out. But they don't like that girl.
It's
I
given
can
they
tell.
gonna
And they
fight.
still love that ex-wife.
They probably fought at
They-
the end of this. Like, once they all got together and finished grieving, they fought.
I'm pretty sure.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Chris Brown speaks out about Brittany Griner's case, saying, I wish I could really help her out. As many of you know, Brittany Griner is currently on trial after she has been in Russian custody since February after she was accused of having vape cartridges with hashish oil in her luggage. She has since pled guilty to Russian drug charges, but denies that she intended to break the law. Many celebrities have been speaking out in support of having Brittany returned home. The latest person to speak out is Chris Brown. In a post shared on his Instagram story, Chris said, "It's not my business, but it's fucked up what they're doing to Brittany Griner. If this was a male star athlete, y'all would be way more vocal and helpful. That shit is lame as fuck. I wish I could really help her out." As previously reported on Thursday, Brittany said to the court, "I'd like to plead guilty, Your Honor, but there was no intent. I didn't want to break the law." The day prior to entering her guilty plea, the White House shared that President Biden and Vice President Harris had spoken to Brittany's wife, Sherelle Griner, after Brittany wrote a letter to Biden asking for his help to bring her home. The White House released a statement and said, the president called Sherelle to reassure her that he is working to secure Brittany's release as soon as possible, as well as the release of Paul Whelan and other U.S. nationals who are wrongfully detained or held hostage in Russia and around the world. That's a blanket statement.
Very blanket.
He also read her a draft of the letter the president is sending to Brittany Griner today. If convicted, Brittany could face up to 10 years in prison. Whoa. According to CNN, her next hearing is set for July 14th. That situation sucks because I have been thinking about her from time to time. I'm like, yo, is she still locked up? And I'm like, first off, I would never want to go back to Russia again. But then
never.
I was reading in the comment section that where the WNBA out here is paying like hundreds of thousands, they're getting millions over there. So like I get the benefit, but at the same time, trauma runs deep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think I could ever do that again for some vape cartridges.
Yeah. It's the crime does not meet the punishment. And I think they are only doing it because she's a U.S. basketball star. They didn't even know. Remember when they first read it, they didn't even realize she was a woman. They thought she was like the NBA player. And they were trying to keep her over there because she was an NBA player. Then they realized after the strip search project, she was a woman. And said, oh, it's a WNBA player. Even better, we're going to keep the black woman here. And Chris Brown is right. If this was James Harden, if this was Russell,
Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul. If this was even like one of the lesser known, if this was if this was Tristan Thompson,
drag him.
They would have went over and got him out.
I agree.
No questions asked. I think it's trashy that she's still over there.
Yeah,
I blame Russia and America.
Since February, March, April, May, June, July, I would lose my mind.
Yeah,
I would lose my mind
over some hash,
over some
in a vape pen. So you know it wasn't a lot.
Yeah. Oh, the trauma that girl must feel.
I just want to hug her.
I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. You over there like playing sports. You come home, you like, oh shit, it's lit. I got my weed, da 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 da, and locked up. But we'll get into some more, bitch. You better read after this commercial break. You come home, you like, oh shit, it's lit. I got my weed, da 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 da, and locked up. But we'll get into some more, bitch. You better read after this commercial break. All right, and we are back with more bitch. You better read. So number 4. Tina Knowles responds after Method Man's apology to Destiny's Child, saying such a great example for other young men. Tina Knowles has taken to Instagram to issue a response following rapper Method Man's recent interview on the Math Hoffa podcast, where he apologized to Destiny's Child. As previously reported, the 51-year-old had opened up about his past struggles with low self-esteem and how that impacted the way he treated those around him, particularly his fellow industry peers. He recalled how an interaction with Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle Williams at the 2004 MOBO Awards in the UK appeared to have left a not-so-pleasant impression on the girls, as Method Man said he felt some type of way after not receiving the welcome that he expected from them. I see the girls, so I kind of moseyed out of my seat to go over and say what's up to them. I go over to say hi to them, and when I say hi, they didn't even turn around and acknowledge me. His low self-esteem had him thinking B, Kelly, and Michelle were trying to shade him by not reacting to his gesture, when in fact they simply didn't hear him. Later during the award ceremony, Method Man and Destiny's Child crossed paths again when he told them, go ahead with that Hollywood shit. After professing his remorse in the interview, Tina reposted the video with the caption saying, thank you, Method Man. It takes a real man to tell this story. Such a great example for other young men. Don't assume someone is dissing you. Method Man had attended the MOBO Awards to honor Janet Jackson with the Icon Award that night. Further, during this candid chat on the podcast, the Wu-Tang Clan star addressed his former feud with fellow rapper Joe Budden, whose differences appeared to have reached an all-time high in 2009, when the Method Man said he was ready to snuff the Pumpet lyricist. Okay, I guess we're just transitioning on. The pair had crossed paths with each other at an event in Long Island before things quickly escalated into a scuffle, and people were forced to disperse to escalate the heated situation. From there, Method Man said he was asked to speak with Joe in private, and though he was still venting from the situation that happened moments prior, the pair ended up having a thought-provoking discussion that seemingly resolved any tension between them. Now, Joe, you don't know this, but the whole time you were talking, I was going to snuff you. But the reason why I didn't in that moment was because you said some real shit. Now I don't know exactly what it was word for word and shit, but it was definitely something that made me think in that moment. Joe's a very smart mouth. Joe's a very smart motherfucker. Chess, not checkers. I included this because I did not know this happened.
I didn't know they had a beat either.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal, but like, you know, it just even the situation with Destiny's Child, because you know those are my girls. But I didn't know that happened.
What's up? You in the house? Show up.
Period. But I like that. You know, I think that actually means a lot more if we really unpack that. Because just like even walking down the street, like guys who try and approach girls, like there are so many times when a girl doesn't feel comfortable to respond. Either they, one, just do not hear you, or two, they don't want to engage because like that store clerk, you never know what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. So sometimes women have to condition themselves or come up with ways to protect themselves from your response as a result of possible rejection. Mm-hmm. So it's like some women have false numbers, apps that allow like, I don't know, like a alternate phone line or something, just so that way they give you something and you don't like try and kill them. But like, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Like if someone does W, like if someone does say hi, or if you do say hi to someone and they don't respond, like, all right, take it with a grain of salt. Maybe it hurts your ego for a second, but like, breathe. It's not that big a deal. You know how many people I false wave at? I'd be like, hi, and they don't see me. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Imagine you run up on everybody. Did you see my wave?
Right. I'd be exhausted.
But also, they probably just didn't hear him.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
It's a show. It's an award show.
Yeah, it's loud. People screaming. Mm-hmm. And you walk behind them.
Right.
If they're sitting, you're standing. Method Man's tall. They don't know what's going on. Let's say, hey, Kelly, Beyonce, and Michelle.
Right.
And you just say, hey, y'all.
I feel like he walked behind them and said, Kelly, can you handle this? Michelle, can you handle this? Beyonce, can you handle this? I don't think you can handle this. Woo!
And security said, excuse me, sir. Sir. Keep it moving. Keep it moving, sir. Sir.
And Beyonce and them just like this.
Not paying attention
at all.
But the point that you brought up is really important. I think that a lot of men suffer from fragile masculinity that does not allow them to accept rejection. Mm-hmm. Like Nigga, move on. Pick up the pieces and move on.
Yeah.
And that's gay men and straight men.
Yeah.
I think that they just need to, you are not it all the time. And just because you like somebody does not mean somebody has to like you. Rejection is the name of the game.
Right.
Deal with it and move on. Or step your game up.
Be easy.
Make somebody laugh.
Be easy. It's just not that damn deep. How many people in the world? Go talk to someone who responds. Number 5. This isn't really a shut the fuck up. I just included it.
Okay.
Razby says Omarion's hit for hit battle hijacked a Pretty Ricky and B2K battle. They are kind of wearing me out with this, though, I will say. They are kind of wearing me out with this. Most recently, the Omarion and Mario battle brought us a few kikis with a lot of memes and a little bit of drama between B2K. After the performance, there was a social media incident between all members of the group, and Razby has put us in their business. He explained exactly what was going on. While at Essence Festival in New Orleans, Louisiana, Razby says the battle wasn't supposed to have been with Omarion and Mario. He claims that it was supposed to be between Pretty Ricky and B2K.
That would have been good.
Mm-hmm. When asked what he thought about the battle that brought the culture endless memes, he stated, "I was disappointed." Razby continued to explain that he was disappointed because he had already set up another battle. I had set up a versus for B2K and Pretty Ricky. Once again, another moment got hijacked. He continued, "As everybody's seen, nobody's stupid, nobody's dumb. You got to be humble or you'll be humbled. We were supposed to be on teams. I don't want to speak too much, but it was good, Omarion and Ray J for the culture. I don't know why he just said that. That was not the battle.
Not the battle.
As y'all know, the morning after the event, the group members posted the same clip with the same caption, "You got served," referencing Omarion. When asking Razby about the idea, he stated, "I don't really want to get too much into that stuff, but nobody is playing with nobody. We're all brothers. At the end of the day, the world wants to see the B2K. The world wants to see B2K, the 4. That's what we're working for. It's all about having integrity." Though none of the members have spoken to Omarion since he called them background dancers, Razby says he doesn't have an issue with anyone. Love covers a multitude of sin. I got love for everybody. I forgive everybody. Hope everybody forgives me. I'm just all about turning over a new leaf and maturing. I don't got no problems with anybody. I just want everybody to do what's right.
You know, I love that Razby is always
the voice of reason.
Yeah.
Even though he's probably been burned more than the rest of the group.
Yeah.
That
he was
boy.
my favorite back in the day. He didn't have a purpose, but he was my favorite.
He was a cutie to me. I think my favorite one was not Fizz.
J-Bug.
Yes. We'll be right back with Bitch You Better Read. No, we won't. Actually, we wrapping up. We'll be right back with Bitch You Better Read. No, we won't. Actually, we wrapping up.
Yo, what's up? This is Rix. Yo, this is Rennie.
What up? Dover in the building. Let's go, family. This is Jesse, and this is
Brown Wealth Radio. And make sure to catch us on TGN Latinx every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific, to be specific.
Are you single and ready to mingle? Well, you may not be, but now here's your chance to purchase an all-new 30-day journal, Single and Not Quite Ready to Mingle, a 30-day journal to make the most of your single season. It's by me, Chanel, co-host of Brunch with Besties show. You can purchase your journal right now on Amazon by typing in Single and Not Quite Ready to Mingle. Now is the time to do the work. I'm rooting for you. Go ahead and purchase your journal now. Single and Not Quite Ready to Mingle, a 30-day journal to make the most of your single season. Are you ready?
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you the Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
Hey everyone, it's the Primos Chidos. Hopefully you're enjoying this show, but if it sucks, be sure to check out our show, live Thursdays at 12.
Yeah, join me and my sister and basically my brother as we discuss everything from immigration to ejaculation.
If that sounds interesting, then we're the show for you.
Warning, the following podcast features discussion of sensitive topics, graphic content, and uncensored stupidity. Unless otherwise stated, the featured content is not discussed by professionals or experts. TGN and the Primos Chidos must advise against taking anything said on this program too seriously. Viewer discretion is advised.
Manuel Jones, also known as Zach, the original Black Ranger. Hey, and make sure you're checking out TGN Radio. Hey.
Peace, family, brother Reza. I'm here. You already know I'm checking in with TGN Radio, Black owned, so you already know that's where I'm at. Tap in.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net.
Hey, Jackie, what's wrong?
I'm over here running around trying to tell everybody about the Podcast Pit.
What's the Podcast Pit?
I'm glad you asked. The Podcast Pit is an event where you will find some of your favorite podcasts performing in front of a live audience.
Will there be food and drinks there?
Of course there will be. It's at Joxer Dailies in Culver City. They have a full bar and a full menu.
Hey, I may need to tell people about this as well.
Yes, come with me. Let's tell them. The Podcast Pit is coming.
The Podcast Pit is coming.
Hey, Michael, that's a dope ass shirt. What is that?
You know what it is. I only rock the Flyers gear, and the Flyers gear can be found with TGN Radio.
Where did you get it?
TGNradio.net. Go onto the page.
All right, and we are back. You are listening to the Get Right Radio Show, and that was all for bitch. You better read.
What's my favorite word?
And now it's time for the topic. Very excited. So today's topic is called Let's Make a Playlist. So I'm going to give you a few prompts.
I forgot how that shit hit.
Flashing light?
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits, especially if it's blasting.
Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say you're going to let me go.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
So I'm going to give you a few prompts, and
Okay.
you're going to give me the song that you think of when you hear the prompt.
Okay, I'm so nervous. Okay.
Give me a song that fits the times.
Ooh. A song that fits the times. Break My Soul, Beyonce.
Inner City Blues.
Ooh.
You see
Make
it?
one holla.
Right? The way they do my life. Song
What
that
you want, Break My Soul?
Period. Right. It's a combination of. It's a remix.
It's a remix.
Song that best describes your place in the world right now.
Watch the Sun. PJ Morton. Let me read a little bit of lyrics for you, so you will know why I say watch the sun. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm like, wow, this is so nerve-wracking. Gosh. Oh my gosh, like it's crazy. Oh my gosh. 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 Like, oh my gosh. The chorus says, just wait till the morning. I know it's been so dark for you. Watch the sun come shining through. Do you believe it? There's no judgment, a place we've all been. There's no such thing as happiness 100%. So give yourself some grace. Give yourself some space to feel. All I'm saying is you have a reason to live. It's why you're still here. Wondering where to steer, but just promise me you'll hang around to see more. Do you believe me? Just wait till the morning. I know it's been so dark for you. Watch the sun come shining through. It's a great, beautiful song.
I like that. That's off his latest project?
Yes, off his latest project entitled Watch the Sun. Title track.
I'm debating between In the Morning by Mary Mary and It's My Time by Kelly Price.
Oh. Both songs of reciprocity, if you will.
In what way?
Like you're going to get what you deserve.
Yeah.
In the morning, you'll be all right.
Right.
Go get it. Go out and get it.
Right. So those two. Next prompt. A song that reflects your decision making as of late.
Ooh. Is it The Dream Thrown in the Bag? Did he make that, or was that someone else?
No, that's a song.
Yes, The Dream Thrown in the Bag. I just think I'm just like
shopping.
Yeah, if I
accessible.
wanted, I got it.
I feel
like
that.
water.
That was
For no
my
reason.
shit.
For no reason.
That was my shit. A song that reflects my decision making as of late. Over and Over by Nelly. Certain things, certain decisions were being repeated. And it was becoming a pattern. Hence part of my fast. I was like, child, try something else.
Which
Try
is probably why I
something
need
else.
to do my fast, because now I'm just like, Let's just go. Frivolously. Okay, whatever.
Yeah. We actually should make this a playlist.
Should.
A song that depicts your sex life.
A song that I want to depict my flex life is "Good and Plenty," the remix. Alex Aisley, Lucky Day, and Masego. But what is giving right now is 7 Whole Weeks, Tony Braxton.
7 Whole Days?
Yes.
That's my song.
That's
but Jesus, I'm
That's
sorry.
what it's given. Yeah. Yeah. Sad life. What about you?
It's a blend between "Nasty" by Janet Jackson.
Okay.
And "What's Your Fantasy" by Ludacris.
Mr.
but the
Devontae, If
remix.
You're Nasty.
Yeah. Those two. Very much my sex life. A song that represents what you need right now.
Oh. Whew. A song that represents what I need right now in this very moment. There's so many that's running through my head. What I need right now. There's so many Sinead Hernette songs because they all speak to me, and I love Sinead Hernette.
She's great.
Probably If You Let Me.
Mm-hmm.
If you let me love you, I will love you. And that's what I need right now. I feel like I need love given back. Yeah.
What I need. Two things. I have like hybrid playlists apparently. Cardboard Box by Flo. And then Me Time by Heather Headley. They both go right together though. So the last one, a recent song that makes you move.
That makes me move? Move, like get up and dance? I don't know the name of the song, but the Catron Out of Her song.
I don't think I've heard that. No, maybe I have. I think I have.
That song is a groove. And I hope Beyonce's working with Catron Out on this new album because
that would be so smart. Beyonce always has her ear to the street.
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah, just scrolling. But yeah, what's the name of the song? Because I want people to listen to it because that song has been, it's amazing. Intimidation.
By her and Kate Trinata.
Yeah, Intimidated.
Okay. I gotta check it out. I feel like I've heard it.
Let me speed it up too.
I have heard this. Look, there it goes. A song that makes you move. That's what gets him in the club. Not the Flapper Girl.
That's what gets him in the club.
Look, clapping. Are we
That's
at the Apollo?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm that lady in the front.
For me, it's actually the song I sent you yesterday, Element by Nia Sultana.
I like that.
It just has me feeling very sensual and sexy.
cute.
Every time I hear it, I dance around my room by myself on my toes. And I'm loving it.
I have a question for you. What's the last song you sung very, very loud?
The last song that I sung very loud.
Like at the top of your lungs, you like sung it with all your might.
I think the last song I was singing loudly, like just using my voice, was probably The First Night by Monica.
Okay.
I just like
I
that
should make a
song.
move, but I won't.
Yeah, like it wasn't because I was feeling the vibe. Well, I was feeling the vibe, obviously, but like certain songs, you just, you have certain songs you like your voice sounds well with. That was yesterday though, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say The First Night. I ain't even gonna overcomplicate it.
Yesterday we had a little bit of karaoke because we went down to The IE.
Mm-hmm. It was in the IE.
Yeah, we some Negro barbecue, and it was hood niggas.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was hood niggas. Like, oh, a little dangerous.
My type of niggas.
Yeah, it's probably shoot you.
Mm-hmm. Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know what was going on there. I was just happy I didn't wear short shorts.
I didn't need to be around men.
I looked like a nigga yesterday. Thank God. He knew. But on the way there.
Wait, was it straight or gay?
Straight.
Damn,
it was straight. It was straight.
I should have went.
But the song that I sung with every bit of my fiber was "Upgrade You" by Beyonce and Jay-Z. Yeah, I felt that.
Was it the bridge?
That song. Yeah.
Because she was getting loud.
Yeah, she felt that. Mm-hmm. And then to break it down after the bridge, the outro.
I mean, that outro is nasty. That outro is nasty. Beyonce, 2003. Yeah, that was
another one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What's What's the last song that made you cry?
Cry by Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 3 songs I used to cry. Cry by Michael Jackson, Open My Heart by Yolanda Adams, and then Reflections by Mariah Carey off the Glitter album. You?
The last one that made me cry was I Never Dreamed You'd Leave in Summer by Stevie Wonder. That song always gets me. Mm-hmm. And then before that, Breakthrough by Ricky Dillard off his latest album.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs. Love that song. Okay.
You have another one?
What's the last song you heard? What's the last song you listened to that reminds you of a special moment in life?
There's 2. Shoot by Whitney Houston, Silent Night by The Temptations. But they always make me think of my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Like they always like Silent Night is the Christmas song of my household, and then Shoot is like the song that me and my mom just share.
Mm-hmm.
So those 2. What about you?
Let the Good Times Roll by 3 Mo Tenors reminds me of the first time I really enjoyed music outside of what I was used to and performing songs like that. That reminds me of a good memory like that. And then
what's it called?
Let the Good Times Roll.
Okay.
By 3 Mo Tenors.
Mm-hmm.
3 Mo M-O.
I love that.
Like they were black tenors.
Mm-hmm.
And then another song will probably be anything off of the Kelly Price Mirror Mirror album. That reminds me of growing up in the backseat of my mom's minivan.
Not a friend of mine.
Yeah. No, Mirror Mirror, like Mirror Mirror on the Wall.
Oh no, that's Soul of a Woman.
Yeah, that's Soul of a Woman.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love
Anything
that.
off of that reminds me of just being in the minivan with Tawanda and Marcellus. And
Would she go off to Kelly?
Oh, she would go off to Kelly, Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Anything off the My Love is Your Love
album. Oh my God, yes.
Was on constant repeat.
Woo.
Relatable Deborah Cox.
Mm-hmm.
We're all disclaimer. We're from Indiana. R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Those
Tawanda would go off. Mary, she wasn't Heartbreak Queen, so she didn't get in the mirror like that. But like, yeah.
Whitney was my mom's girl too.
Mm-hmm.
Mary, I got ish from my mom, but I don't think it really came from her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like maybe it came from my sister.
Yeah.
My mom had Tony's album.
My auntie definitely was a Mary girl, but my mom was a Whitney woman.
I love that. A Mary girl, a Whitney woman.
Uh-huh.
I love that. Mm-hmm. And that was all for the topic. And now it's time for the question of the day.
Question.
2003. Had to be there. Method Man was.
Had to be there.
They just didn't know he was there.
Didn't know he was there at all. So the question of the day. If you were to take 3 qualities
and
combine them to make the perfect partner, but then get rid of them to make the worst partner, what would they be?
An effective communicator.
Mm-hmm.
A lovingly joyous person.
Uh-huh.
Ambition.
Yeah.
I tried to loophole my way to get everything I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you play with words, you get what you want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh. I would say stick-to-itism.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, consistency.
Sounds like an Outkast song or a Music Soul Child album.
Stick-to-ism. Manners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What happened to fucking manners?
It all starts
Where
in the
do manners
household.
go?
Starts in the household.
A lot of people don't have manners anymore.
Starts in the household.
And it's just the smallest of things.
Like
holding the door, saying thank you, saying please.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledgement of things. Just the simple things.
I don't know. I don't think it went anywhere. Maybe we're just being exposed to people.
Are people still chivalrous?
Mm-hmm.
I know I am.
I know a lot of chivalrous men. A lot of my male friends are extremely chivalrous.
Yeah. I also just see some hood boogers. And then the third one, I like the that was cool on that thing. The third one would be, I don't know.
You gotta want it. You gotta want it. And you just suck that mic now. You're sniffing it down.
I know. Sounds about right. I don't know. What would be the third one? What would be the third one?
That was wild.
What would be the third one?
Think about what your last partners really lacked that you would need for the next one. Maybe
Empathy.
that'll help you.
Empathy.
Hey, there we go. We found it. We found it.
We did.
Pop goes to Cheerio.
That was it for the question today.
Question.
And now it's time for If I Told You That. Today's If I Told You That is, what's worse during a kiss, a sneeze or a cough? It's a cough for me. We're directly connected at the mouth.
Yeah, but a sneeze is wet.
Not always. My sneezes are very muted. So I'm thinking, even though I don't know a lot of people that sneeze like me, I'm thinking, what if I come across someone who sneezes like me? Didn't really no harm, no foul. You just heard me sneeze, but you didn't really like get anything.
My sneeze is very, very high pitch.
Is it?
It's like, achoo! Like, but higher.
During a kiss?
That's how I sneeze. So that'd be, it's not wet though.
Imagine if you sneeze and fart.
Both hands.
I think your partner would be overwhelmed.
Oh, I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with just like the first day.
Oh my gosh.
I would say a sneeze because I just feel like it's gonna be wet.
Would it turn you off?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask, are you allergic to me?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have allergies. A cough would get me. I'd be like, you got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But a sneeze, I'm like, oh, you got allergies.
Mm.
But the sneeze is wet. A cough can be a dry cough.
A sneeze does not have to be wet.
In my mind, sneezes are wet.
Mm. What else is wet in your mind? All right. See you at Long Beach Pride. No, I wouldn't be turned off by that either. I mean, shit happens. I am a bubble boy, so I get it.
What would turn you off during a kiss, though?
Bad breath.
Yeah. Yeah, bad breath, definitely.
That would turn me on.
Or I don't like, why kisses be so wet sometimes?
Depends. Define too
I don't
wet.
I don't want all this just wet.
Well, not around my mouth, but like on and in. That's fine. Around my mouth. Like if it looks like I just like poured water over my lips, that's nasty.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I don't want to wipe my whole face.
No.
After we get done kissing.
Do you spit in people's mouth during sex? Like if someone asked you, would you?
I've had it done before.
You had it done or you did it?
I had someone do that for me before.
You requested or they asked?
They asked.
And?
I let them.
And?
It was all right for the moment.
What did it do for you?
Nothing really. In the moment, it's like, okay, that was cute. I was like, But like every day, no. Like that was too much.
I love that.
You just want somebody like, or you want somebody like,
however you want to do it.
You like a drizzle, like.
Give me one for Monday. Give me one for Tuesday.
Ours was like drizzle. A drizzle was more cute than like a.
You see, I've had guys that like to do the whole dribble thing, and I'm like, that's fine, but also just like spit. But the last person I got with, I asked them to do it. They were like, I'm not that nasty. I was like, that's nasty. Ciao. And then I kept going.
I made a very explicit tweet on my Twitter, and I'm not going to.
What did you say?
I'm not.
You don't have to say the Twitter. Say the tweet.
I'm not.
Say it.
I was just talking about wetness during fellatio.
Okay.
I don't like all that spit.
Mm.
Why is all this wet?
Really?
Yeah, this feels sticky and wet. I like it wet and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it clean.
I feel that.
Keep it moist, but why is my whole...
Well, I don't think that...
Get like this.
It should not
That's
give
nasty.
all of that. That's wild. If
And
it's
you know when you watch like those videos and they be doing all that stuff on there, I'm like, no one should be doing that in real life. Stop giving that expectation. That's not even cute.
Sometimes you get nasty though.
I understand that. Keep it clean.
Yeah. You know, I've learned certain people just excite certain energies, and like I'm willing to get as nasty as you are, minus the scat play. I'm not that nasty.
No little fecal.
I'm okay because I host a lot. Now my sheet.
You gonna find that.
I don't play
What
that.
is that? Why do I still smell it?
I'ma shit on these walls. Whose walls? I know you better go. I know you better leave. I can't even get up that high. But yeah, like different people just excite certain energies. So I'm just willing to get as nasty as the next person is. But you gotta like, it's one of those things like you can't tell me what to do unless you can tell me what to do. Not everyone has that.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta be able to get it out of me. I'll try and get it out of you too. I know how to do it. It's sometimes I just get a little like not worried.
You start smacking people.
I do. Oh my God.
Yeah.
The last person I was slapping the shit out of them.
That's crazy.
Child, I'm a different person.
I like to choke.
All of it.
I don't like to slap.
All of
That's
it.
I'll choke you.
I'll slap you, slap me, choke. We could like.
I'll choke you.
You want to role play?
I'm not about to slap
I'm Brianna. You're Chris. Child, that's not gonna age well.
No, it's not. They're gonna bring that back up.
Oh my God, I love y'all both.
They're gonna bring that back up.
It's just for comedic timing, but
Oh my
domestic
goodness,
violence is
it's
not for
not
me.
okay.
I apologize. I apologize sincerely.
If it's in the bed, slap them up.
Yeah. But yeah. And that was all for If I Told You That.
Ooh, if I told you that I wanted to smack you, what would you say if I told you that?
You got a Uniquely Speaking?
Nope.
Yeah, you do.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch.
Period.
Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big, fat bitch?
Yesterday I told you that we had went down to the IE, to the Inland Empire, for those who are not around here. And the Inland Empire is about like 2 hours away from LA.
Mhm.
But it's such like we went to the Lake Paris out there. I didn't even know these lakes existed. But in the midst of all this beautiful mountain ranges and lakes and just serenity was the most hood shit I've ever experienced at a picnic park type thing. it was giving baby shower, but first bride. It was a birthday party, but it was like so much stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me realize that in the middle of chaos, there can be a lot of beauty.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me look at where people are and where people can be is not a dictator of the space that they are in. Like, we're looking around at this most beautiful scenery, Cyroic. I don't know. I was about to say Ceronic. We're looking around at this most beautiful. I don't know what they call it. Serene. There we go. Serene space with these beautiful mountain ranges and this open lake and all this stuff. But then you see like a little bit of hoodness right there, and it makes you just realize the economy of it all. Like, two things can exist at one time. And it reminded me that no matter where you come from, there's always a place that you can go.
Mm-hmm.
And also reminding that who you are should never really change where you go. It's okay to still be Eric. It's okay to still be Kelvin. It's okay to still have those things that hold on to you, but time and place. And I don't know how this is working too uniquely speaking because I'm talking through it, but I just think time and place is important. And also know that you can experience beautiful things and still be who you are.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how to make that sound so poetic like I usually do today. Because I think it's just plain and simple. Take who you are and the beauty and essence of that wherever you go.
Mm-hmm.
Be you. Be true to yourself. But adapt. Niggas on lakes. That's what it is.
Niggas and lakes?
Niggas and lakes.
Mm.
Be you where you are and enjoy the moments of the serenity. Niggas and lakes. I'm just an episode to Niggas and Lakes.
I like that.
I don't know if it's not eloquent as it usually is. It's not as beautiful as it usually is, but Niggas and Lakes.
Niggas and lakes. That's all we need in this life.
Niggas and lakes. That's all we need in this life. Take who you are, transform that to somewhere beautiful, but stay true to who you are.
I think that's a good message.
Niggas and lakes.
I was just having this conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and I was telling him, I was like, our greatest superpower as individuals is the fact that we are the only one of our kind, and we get to teach people our form of existence.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we get to show people what it is. And I will finish the statement when we come back from this commercial break. The statement when we come back from this commercial break.
Hey, Jackie, what's wrong?
I'm over here running around trying to tell everybody about the Podcast Pit.
What's the Podcast Pit?
I'm glad you asked. The Podcast Pit is an event where you will find some of your favorite podcasts performing in front of a live audience.
Will there be food and drinks there?
Of course there will be. It's at Joxer Dailies in Culver City. They have a full bar and a full menu.
Hey, I may need to tell people about this as well.
Yes, come with me. Let's tell them. The Podcast Pit is coming.
The Podcast Pit is coming.
Yo, this is Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked, and even though they extra as hell, check out Never Not Extra on TGN Network.
That's right.
Y'all gotta have notes, cue cards, teleprompter.
Birthdays are meant for celebration, and when it comes to celebrating, Flour and Sugar never misses a beat. Offering custom cake designs to fit any special occasion, your cake will be the talk around town. From sushi cakes to perfume bottles, everything is always edible with flavors like Oreo, banana pudding, and our top flavor, strawberry shortcake. I can't miss. Order your special cake today by email at flourandsugarla@gmail.com or visit our website at flourandsugar.store. Or if you want to see new designs, follow us on Instagram at _flour_and_sugar_.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net.
Fee-fi.
Fo-fum.
You already know what that means. We're live from the den. Devontae Green, proud founder and CEO of the Giants Den, also co-host Live from the Den.
Yes, indeed. Danny Crumble, co-founder of the Giants Den, also co-host from Live from the Den. Excited to engage in these conversations.
Yes, leadership, self-improvement, real conversations that Black men have or need to be having. Tune in Monday nights, 7:30. TGN Talk.
And it's only one way to end this powerfully. 1, 2, 3.
Salute.
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you the Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
Are you trying to buy a home, car, or make other investments and being discriminated against because of your credit score? At credit909.com, our professionals can help you remove judgments, student loans, child support, medical bills, and other erroneous and negative items on your credit report. Call 800-752-9763 today for a free credit analysis and consultation, or text credit to 909-688-5461.
What's up, everyone? It's your girl Jules from the Primos Chidos. Did you know that recent studies have proven?
And we are back. So basically, when I was having this conversation, and I was saying that our greatest superpower is that we are the only one of our kind to exist. So like, we each have the power to give people another taste and view of the world. Like, no one else can communicate the way that you do. No one else can present themselves the way that you do. No one else can exist the way that you do. And if you really think about that, that's a whole new level of power that each of us should be proud to tap into, because it's like, ultimately, it's like, what is your legacy? In a sense, it's like, what will people remember you for? What did you teach people? Like, what was your impact while you were here? And I think that that is a big part of, no matter where you are, exist in your authenticity, because you never know who you're reaching out.
You never know.
You never know who needs to see that, who you're meant to connect to, who you're meant to inspire. Like, you know, and you don't have to try too hard. Like, just be. Don't think too hard when you're in spaces and you're like questioning your worth against other people around you, or feeling like imposter syndrome. Like, those people got their own set of insecurities that you know nothing about. So push that to the side. None of them are better than you. None of them are less than you. Exist. If you start talking to people in an event or something and you don't mess with one person, all right, maybe you weren't supposed to vibe with that person. Move on. You know, it just is what it is. But don't shy away from your natural light because you're afraid that other people are going to be blinded. Like, it's not your responsibility. Just be who you are. And that's how you find out what doors are supposed to open up for you. Like, when you genuinely walk into a space as yourself and communicate who you are, what you do, that's when things start to open up. And you can't do that if you're operating under a facade. So do your thing, exist, live your life, dress the way you want to, you know, like, even on the ghettoest of ghetto scales. Like, if you go to a party and everyone has like, someone has like 1800s, someone has like Casamigos, but you have Alizé. Hey, how many bitches in that room gonna have Alizé? Not many.
None.
You are automatically a rarity. Like, people look at me all the time like, Alizé, that's ghetto. But I'm like, I bet you'll remember I'm the one that had it.
Okay. You'll know, I was here. I lived.
You won't remember the 23 other bottles of Casamigo, but you will remember, who was the boy that brought Alizé? Telling y'all, look, the things that you think people can clock you for, it's all about perspective. If you don't feel bad about it, who are they to make you feel bad about it? I love this shit. Not just the Alizé, but like, just in general, like, that is a part of my natural auntie essence.
Yeah.
And it's a part of me. And I celebrate that. People fuck with it. And then you find your tribe. I recently connected with a friend. Her name is Sasha. She is the mother of the Kiki House in my partner.
Yes.
She loves Alizé too. But had I been trying to finesse, talking about, oh, I just want some Casamigos,
you would have missed out.
Like, we would have still been cool, but the connection wouldn't have been as like, oh, wow, we really see each other, you know? So I say all that to say, like, come as you are, exist, take that with you on the road, be adaptable because it's important, but, you know, be yourself.
Yeah, I think that we find. I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and I think that sometimes we find comfort we find comfort in conforming.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times we will change who we are based upon where we are, and that's not good. It's we were created to stand out,
right?
That's in the Bible. We were created to stand out. So why would we conform to what everybody else is doing, or just to be a number?
Right. Like that's why. Like I joke all the time and use my lasagna voice. Like, why can't I just blend in? But like, why do you really want to blend in? Like that's no fun. Because then you're not memorable. And like, if you're existing in this one life, then don't you want to stick out? You know?
Yeah, you should. You should want to stick out. You should want to be like, I'm that nigga.
Mm-hmm. Bring your natural essence to the party. The party of life.
Yeah.
I don't want y'all thinking I'm just talking about clubs and brunches.
Yeah.
The party of life. Bring your natural essence to it. Because if you don't do it, no one else can.
At all.
So yeah, may as well. Don't play it safe. Don't play the back. Stick out. Stick out. Be you. And that was all for Uniquely Speaking. That was
This
good.
is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch.
Period.
Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your
Clap.
trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big, fat bitch.
It's a little offbeat.
I know they hear that.
No, they hear.
I know they hear that.
All right. Wow, we blew through this episode.
Sure did.
All right, take me out.
Okay.
I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
What have we learned today?
We've learned that if Brittany Griner was a man, she'll be home. So free Brittany Griner until she come home.
Period.
We've learned that. What else did we learn? Why am I mind drawing a blank right now?
Take a second.
I know.
Think about it. Ding. Matter of fact.
We've learned that men, let your insecurities and your ego go. It's not that deep. We also have learned that mobilization is more than just protesting. It's policy changing. If you want effective change, you have to do it on paper, not just out loud. Write the vision, make it clear.
Absolutely. Spell it out for the people. That's all you learned?
Yeah. And I learned that Long Beach. I also learned that 2003 belonged to Josh Groban and Beyonce.
Period. I have been reminded. I'm being very transparent. It's just fast, y'all. It's really running through me. I'm just going with it. I have been reminded to watch what you say. You have to watch what you say. Like, even if it's like for comedic effect, like the whole Chris Brown Rihanna thing, respectfully, shouldn't do that. You know, just because, not because it could come back and bite you in the ass, but just because like what may not be as serious and severe to you could be super traumatizing to the next person. So you got to think about the things that you say, even if it's just for shits and giggles. And also like little things that we put on ourselves, like I'm broke or I'm this or like I'm
statements.
Yeah, like really think about the things that you say, and because this is your life. This is your life. This is every day you're adding to your foundation. So that's all important. So once again, my sincere apologies. Rihanna, Chris Brown, domestic violence victims. I have learned that. Let's see. I have learned that we will never hear the end of B2K versus Omarion.
Oh, never.
And I have also learned that when you do clown shit, the clown comes back to bite. Hence this Emmett Till situation.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will actually bite because this country, but yeah, that's what I got from today's episode. It's a good one.
It's a good one. I agree.
Happy 251.
Happy 251.
Oh my God, we are 249 episodes away from our next 250.
We're 49 episodes away from 300.
I was talking about the next 250, but you're right.
We have something special planned.
Yeah, we do.
I can't wait.
We're gonna have a sex party.
Yeah.
Not doing that. You guys are horse.
It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. I can't wait to announce it.
It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be everything, actually.
Everything.
As always, we want to thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Get Right Radio Show. If you would like to keep up with me, feel free on IG at The World According to Eric, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Eric Devontae, TikTok at Eric Devontae Russell 3.
Yes, and then if you want to follow me, it's Kelvin Unique, KelvinEu, NIQUE on Instagram. To flip that to Unique Kelvin on your Twitter. Make sure you're following the Get Right Radio Show, the Get Right Radio Show on Instagram, so you can stay up to date on what me and Eric are doing and what the show has going on. And also download that Good News Radio app, the Good News Radio app, so you can listen to us as well as a bunch of other really, really dope podcasts throughout the entire week.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got right.
That's right. Get right or get left.
Bitch, you better get right. Lisa is my mood in that background.